Welcome! We're back for another video. Today I'm going to be telling you which are my 5 favourite Ultimate Team players this year. I'm also going to be going through some honourable mentions who didn't quite meet the top 5. I'm going to be showing you all their cards and what I think about them and why they're my favourite players. So now let's move on to the honourable mentions. The first honourable mention that we're going with is a player that probably doesn't get used that many times. I hardly ever see him in squads, is Jesus Navas. Now that might be a little bit of a shock. It's a little shock to me that I like him so much, but he plays so well for me. Whenever I play with him, and I don't play with him that much anymore, but he's so good. He's so quick, and his stats don't fly off the board. He's not the quickest, you know, but he's got 4-star skill moves. And there's just something about him that I just love playing with him. And when I play with him, I win a lot of games. Now the next player, Karim Benzema, is just one of the most complete strikers in the whole game. He scores so many goals. It's like not even funny how many goals he scores. I personally prefer him over any La Liga regular gold card like Suarez. I'd way rather have Benzema in my team than Suarez. I think Benzema's a bit quicker. I think he just scores so many more goals. I just love Benzema in Ultimate Team this year. Next player is Carvajal as a fullback. In La Liga, you've got a few options at fullback, and you just cannot play with Daniel Alves. I mean, the holes that just get left by him are just ridiculous. Carvajal is just so solid, doesn't make mistakes. He's always where you want him to be, no problem whatsoever. Now, this guy, Jackson Martinez, is probably the most complete striker. Now, I don't like his Team of the Season card as much, but his regular 82 rated gold card is the scoring machine. He cannot be stopped. The stats aren't that amazing on him, but he is so good. He's got the 4-star skills. He just cannot be stopped. He scored me so many goals. I just kept scoring goals with him. It was crazy. Now the next player is Franck Ribéry, very high rated, but once again not that popular. I mean, his pace isn't flying off the board, but he's got 5-star skill moves. He's got amazing passing, amazing dribbling. He isn't the strongest, truth be told, and that's probably why he's not in the top 5, because of his strength. But apart from that, he's just amazing. He's just one of my favourite players this year, just so good. And the last player is a very sweaty number, but Luc Remy he's just the best striker in Premier League in my opinion. I mean, Sturridge, no thank you. I'd have Remy over Sturridge any day of the week. I do not like Sturridge. He does not perform well for me. He always performs well when I'm playing against him. I just can't stop him. But when I use him, it's just awful. And not gonna lie, it's just horrible. I cannot play with Sturridge. He misses everything. It's just something about him that I hate. Anyways, those are my honourable mentions. Some of them are pretty popular, some of them aren't. Now, let's move on to the top 5. Starting out with number 5, we went with Nemanja Matic. You know, I was a little surprised how much I love this card, because the stats aren't great. You know, there's a lot quicker CDMs out there, the likes of Ramirez plays for the same club. But Matic is just such an amazing player, and I'll tell you why, because he doesn't do things that you don't want him to do. He stays where he's supposed to be, just like in real life, right in front of the back 4, and he's just such a great tackler of the ball. He heads the ball away. He's so strong that players are not going to be barging him across. And yeah, okay, he doesn't have the quickest pace, 67 pace on his lowest rated card. Doesn't matter, because he's always where the action is, and he doesn't necessarily need pace because he's got super high physical, starting out with 85 and 87 and 92. He's just so strong. He just cannot be moved. And that's what's so great about having a CDM that's so great. You got to also look at like Sami Khedira in the same kind of realm. But why I like Matic more is because he does have higher pace. You know, his lowest rated pace is 67, which isn't that bad. Definitely for a CDM that doesn't go forward. Now, moving on to player number 4, went with Dimitri Payet. Now, I have not played with all these cards. I have only played with his second in form and his Team of the Season card. But oh my days, when I got his second in form, it was just out of this world how amazing it was. I packed him. It was quite late in the year as well. It was like maybe like a month ago or something. So amazing. I didn't expect much. Honestly, I didn't know what I was expecting. I didn't really know much about him. The only card I would say that may not be that amazing is his first card being a left mid. I mean, he doesn't have the pace that you really want in the left mid. But once he got his upgraded gold card, now he should be getting a West Ham transfer card. And I really hope that he gets an 80 rated cam card. It's not the 78 rated left mid card when he gets his transfer card. But I mean, his first in form is probably amazing. I know his second in form and team of the season are just through the roof. He's just the ultimate midfielder. Now moving on to player number 3 in my countdown is Jerome Boateng. The best defender in Ultimate Team by far. He might not be the highest rated defender, but well, his team of the season card is pretty up there. But I'm just talking about his 85 and 86, because those are the... No, I played with his man of the match and his inform. But the 85 and the 86 is where I played most of the games with. And honestly, once I started using him, my defense level just went up. When I don't play with Boateng, I notice it. Boateng is so good, it's ridiculous. He does not make mistakes. He tackles people and wins the ball most of the time. Obviously not all the time, but he's by far the best defender in the whole game. When I don't play with Boateng, things just don't really work out for me. You know, you've got other good high-rated defenders like Sergio Ramos. Oh God, he's awful. His work rates are just like, it's like playing with David Luiz all over again. Thiago Silva's okay, but none of them compared to Boateng. And when you play Benatia and Boateng in the same team, it's literally a brick wall out there, because those two are amazing. Now moving on to player number 2, it's a real favourite of Ultimate Team, Paul Pogba. He's got shitloads of cards, got upgraded cards, inform cards, team of the season cards. Who knows, he might even get a transferred card by the end of the summer. And he's just such an amazing player. I played most of my games with his 83 rated card, and it was just through the roof. I can only imagine what his team of the season card, his informs, his 84 I played with a bit, and it's just amazing. I mean, he is the ultimate player, because he can do anything. There isn't anything this man cannot do. I mean, okay, he's not a 5-star skiller, but that's about it. And honestly, he in head-to-head seasons, he was a 5-star skiller, and it was ridiculous. And there were a lot of rumors out there that he was going to get upgraded to 5-star skills, because I think in real life he does certain 5-star skills. He's skillful. You know, he's box-to-box midfielder, can strike from distance, 40 yards out, no problem whatsoever. He can head the ball. He can do anything. He can dribble. He's just the ultimate player. Now, player number 1 is the best player in Ultimate Team. I don't care what anyone says. He's not the highest rated player, and nowadays he's super cheap. When I first played with him, he cost about 1 million coins. But nowadays, it's ridiculous. He does have one inform card. I had a bad season. It's Gareth Bale. Oh my life. When I found this card, it was just like, what have I been missing this whole time in Ultimate Team? And I thought about getting Bale or Robin, honestly, and I thought about it for a few days, and I was like, I'm getting Bale. I like his pace, and I like his physical, and I think that's the thing. He isn't the quickest, 94 pace is quick. I think it's the physical. You look at Ronaldo, he's strong, and that's why Ronaldo's so amazing in this game. It's because he's strong. He blows by people, and if they're getting near him, he's just pushing them away, no problem whatsoever. But oh my life, Bale now is like 100k on the Xbox market. He's so cheap. But his striker card, I haven't played with that, but oh my life, playing on 7 chem at striker is just unfair, frankly. And when I play with Bale, it's kind of like when I play with Boateng. I win every game, almost. Like, if I play in Division 1 and I'm not playing with Bale, it's not too well. Like, things, it's quite tight. Play with Bale, I just give him the ball, and he just runs. He just cannot be stopped, because he's so quick and he can shoot as well. He just scores goals for fun. I mean, my Bale stats on one of my accounts is just through the roof. He's just so good. He's by far the best player in Ultimate Team. He's 87 rated, and that, I'd like to see an 87 rated player be the best player in Ultimate Team. Not some 75 striker from Colombia who plays in the Italian league, or some 82 rated striker from the Ivory Coast. Anyways, those are my top 5. Make sure to comment, who did you like the most this year in Ultimate Team, and who did you play well with the most? Because I understand that this list is obviously subjective. These are the kind of players I played with, so these are my favourite players. Some people completely disagree with this list. I'm sure they will. But that's the fun of the internet. Let's have a little chat about it. Make sure to subscribe so you catch all my videos, and follow me on Twitter @FIFA Wisdom, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.